Okay, today we're with Imad, who's from the Palestinian Bible Society. Imad, what work are you doing with the Bible Society?
I'm working with the Bible Society, and it's a branch in Birzeit. It's called Living Stones Student Center.
A student center called Living Stones. Why did you call it Living Stones?
Living Stones, it's a phrase taken from the Bible. It's living stones. The stones, which is, it's taken from the people, it's represented the people. And living, it's alive.
So we are living stones, basically.
Exactly, we are as living stones.
And what work are you doing with Birzeit University?
I'm working as a project coordinator for the university student and youth programs.
And when was this work started?
Officially, I started 2002 with Bible Society there.
Now, you're working with youth. What sort of needs do the youth have within Birzeit University?
Actually, if you're talking about the needs for youth in Birzeit University or in Birzeit area, and there are a bundle of needs. We start and we couldn't end, but mainly there in West Bank and in Birzeit, there is a need of just filling their free times and the feel of hopelessness and the feel of being neglected and the need of finding jobs and need of having at least a source of money to afford their studies, a need of just to express themselves. It's really a huge need there, a need of feeling safe. There are many needs,
Is that sense of hopelessness and job insecurity a big worry for them?
Yeah, actually, this is one of the most worries that they are taken into considerations because even the youth that they have afforded by or supported by their parents and they are employed to the Palestinian Authority or they are governmental employees. Many years ago, even the salaries, it's not become a regular support for the families. They couldn't get opportunity to help their families and work. It's really a big worry for them. If you go to Birzeit and ask financial department, give me some names that they are paying the full tuitions. Yeah, almost you couldn't find somebody. A few people who are paying the full tuition from around 10,000 students.
Is there a big temptation for the youth just to say, let's say, I want to leave the country and go and study in the West, perhaps get a scholarship?
Yeah, actually, most of the students, if they are not thinking to live in the country before studying a university or degree, they are actually planning to leave immediately as soon as they are graduated from the universities. Right now, if you are going to Birzeit University, for example, and ask them, the students, what's your plan for the future? The first idea comes to their minds or to their speak, I have to leave the country. I have to find a job. So finding a job, it came to their mentality as soon as you are leaving the country. So you're gonna find a job, because here there is very limited jobs and very huge graduates from the universities, which is bring more hopelessness.
Do many of the youth actually get into debt when they go in to study in the university?
Yeah, most of the students, they are going to the debts, and many of the banks right now giving debts. Some universities also giving debts, but unfortunately nobody paying back the debts. So they are given or signing papers and checks and these things, but university they are not going to police to get their money back because they know nobody got a job after the graduation.
Is university predominantly just for the rich, or are poor people actually being able to go and study as well?
Yeah, actually, the university, it started for everybody. But recently, these days, actually, the rich people who are sending their kids or children to study, mainly. But for the Palestinian people, most of the families, they are considering education is the basic need for their life. Because there is no any source for getting money or getting a job rather than education, so they have to send their kids to university, and many families they are filled in debts just because of this issue, education.
It must be a real worry and a bit real frustration in some ways, though, because you can go and study in university for 3 years, and then if there's no job, like for instance, if you want to be a doctor, you study for 3 or 4 years to be a doctor, but then the only job you can get is cleaning the roads. It must be a real sense of frustration for the youth that they can't get the jobs that they've studied for.
Yeah, actually, I was one of those students. I was studying in Birza University before I came to work with Bible Society. And at the beginning, I started studying engineering, and then I moved to the Faculty of Science, and then finally I graduated from Faculty of Commerce, because this is the faculty that I can at that time get a job by the certificate that I can get from it. So and right now, many of the students that we are sometimes helping in getting some jobs like cleaning or doing some activities. Most of them, they are studying engineers. They are studying different high positions or high quality of education. But actually, they couldn't find a job for their even housing or food or some basic things in the life.
So how are you actually helping these students?
Actually, we have different programs that we're trying to help the students. At the beginning, we're doing like activities, almost daily activities for the students to help them at least find a place which is without paying money, because many restaurants, and they couldn't go to the restaurants or to the public places without paying money. This is the first thing. The second thing, we're making activities like fun activities, music nights, poetry nights, discussion nights, quiz nights, that they are coming and socialize each one another, filling their free time in creative atmosphere, and also meeting together, each one from different place, meeting, knowing about each one another, different cultures. There are students from foreigner students from outside, Arab students, Muslim students, Christian students. They're coming together and in the let's say free thinking venue, meeting together, sharing their ideas, which is going to give them an opportunity to wider their thinking and their knowledge about the community.
Is there a good relationship between all the religious faiths as they come together and share?
Yeah, sure. Many times we're seeing, a conversation between the students, Muslims, like Christians, male and female, about different, religious issues. Each one just asking the other a question to know about their faith, about their culture, customs, and sometimes they are talking about wedding in Islam and wedding in Christianity, the ceremonies. They're talking about the faith and talking about the similarities in their lives, the differences in their faith. This is actually a create base of understanding for both sides. And also we're trying to give the students a tool which can help them in the future to get a job or to start a business, like a training in project cycle management, training on fundraising, training on proposal writing, training on communications, how to communicate to others. Many times we're inviting like ambassadors or cultural, the people who are working with the cultures from different countries, and they are interacting and making small seminars, conferences with them, and trying to ask them. And actually, we're trying to take those youth from the condition of hopelessness and that makes them really fundamental people, to the condition of, or to give them an opportunity to share ideas and to know more about the people, about let them communicate others and have another idea, not just one idea, one lifestyle, and
Now, sport is very important for any community. How do you use sport to build a bridge?
Actually, we're using sports sometimes, but not most of the times. Sometimes we are doing march for the students, just making a race, and each time, we're trying to come up with a theme. For example, we're trying to do like a march for environment, and to raise up the awareness for the students and among the Palestinians that the environmental issue is very important, and we're living in this environment. It's very important. And sometimes we participate in marching against drugs. So drugs, it's a very important issue in Palestinian community. And right now we don't have laws against the drugs and the drugs users and buyers. So we're trying to raise awareness for the students and mainly youth to be aware about the drug use and the drug abuse and all the issues about the laws, the life and what's the dangers of the drug use and these things.
Is there a big drug problem here in the Palestinian Authority?
Actually, in specific places, yes. It's mainly in the universities because universities they are youth and they are trying new things. So it's a very fertilized soil for the drug buyers. In the universities, yes, it's a big issue, and also in the Palestinian community because it's new to the Palestinian community. We don't have laws, so it's a big issue for the even drug buyers and drug users. Both of them. So, if like drug users may be punished more than drug buyers in many cases. So such these things, and most of the people they didn't know even about the drugs. If they are smoking drugs or they are taking drugs, they didn't know what the drugs are. Just to tell them something about the drugs, take care of the drugs, it means 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a very important thing.
Now, how important is a positive role model within all the work that you do?
Actually, as Palestinian people, one of the Arab communities that they are from the history, they believe in positive role model. It comes from maybe religious or cultural issue, I don't know. But mainly here, most of the youth mainly, they are trying to take a model in their lives. Many of them, they are taking models like football players, that could be singers, and could be politicians or whatever. Those people who are that they think they express about their feelings and about their lives. And we are trying to play this role in our community. And in many cases, the students they came to Living Stones and asked me many questions. One of the most interesting questions that I've received from the students, for example, they said, "You were today teaching in the university. You came back here and washing dishes and cups when the student use it." I thought, why not? So just to being hospitable to the people, it doesn't mean that you are not educated or you have a good position. So being a human and being a teacher in university and being hospitable to these youth and the students, it's really a good thing, and it matches. It doesn't contradict each one another. So in our culture, serving somebody, it's very shame if you have a good position. So having a good model for those students really made them think again in their values and in their culture and their thinking. So you are actually reshape their lives. And many of the students, they actually came and become a volunteer. So we have right now a volunteer group from the university students, and they are coming and giving ideas and sharing us and preparing for the activities. And actually they are working hard in these days.
And why do you do the work that you do?
Actually, because I have faith that there is a way to reach to the people and reform the civil society in Palestine here. And also, I have faith that the Lord will work in the Palestinian community. So there are a lot of hopelessness. Unfortunately, the lose that the people live in it. I have faith that there is a way to change it to hope and also change it to developing the society as a whole.
And what's your prayer for the university, for the students there?
My prayer for the university and the students just to find their ways in their lives, and know the truth, what the truth and the right in their lives. This is the main prayer for the university students and also the teachers. I have a prayer to find good values to work through it. Teaching itself, it's a mean, but the value that put in the students, it's very important.
And the Bible Society have a website. What's the website for people who'd like to know more of the work?
Actually, the main website for Bible Society, it's www.pbs-web.com.
Okay, Imad, thank you very much.
You're welcome.